Hello there everyone and welcome back to Push Square. My name is Aaron and today we're breaking down the most anticipated PS5 games of 2024. Of course, you can expect some games to get delays, it's pretty common these days, but from once thought dead franchises to expansions of iconic video game universes, here are 20 PS5 games you need to look out for in 2024. We are starting with the return of Prince of Persia, this time in the form of The Lost Crown. This is a side-scrolling platformer in the style of a Metroidvania, meaning you have secrets to uncover, enemies to beat, platforming to master, and plenty of locked avenues to take a note of and return to in the future. It's quick, it's stylish, it's got a great soundtrack, and it's heading to PS5 on January 18th. The very next day we have the long-awaited PS5 remaster of The Last of Us Part 2. This ambitious yet divisive sequel arrives on PS5 with improved graphics, smoother performance, haptic features, and of course, quicker loading times. On top of this, you have new cosmetics for the main campaign, playable levels removed from the base game with developer commentary, a free guitar playing modes, and even a fully fledged roguelike survival mode called No Return. And to top it all off, previous owners of Part 2 on PS4 can upgrade for just £10. With a phenomenally large 32 character roster, Tekken 8 is vying for the top spot of fighting games, with revitalised and improved gameplay from this decade-spanning franchise. For those looking for it, there is a totally bonkers and continuing storyline as the Mishima bloodline bouts it out in world-shaking grudge matches. And to bulk it out even more, there will be a new to the series arcade quest mode and an in-depth customization system for both playable and avatar characters, very similar to Street Fighter 6. The Yakuza series ventures off to the sunny beaches of Hawaii in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. This sequel follows both Kiryu and Ichiban on their adventures across the Pacific Ocean. There is a heartfelt drama tucked in there, but of course you can expect plenty of weird and wonderful side activities along with a bonkers yet simultaneously deep turn-based combat system. Return to the Arkhamverse, this time as the rough and tumble Suicide Squad in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Harley Quinn, Deadshot, King Shark and Captain Boomerang all have their own playstyles and means of traversal across the vertically diverse setting of Metropolis. It's not your usual rocksteady affair, but there is still a killer story to experience as you try to, well, you guessed it, kill the Justice League, and you can do it all with 3 other players in online play. Reimagined for a new generation, Persona 3 Reload is a remake of the genre-defining RPG that's making its way to PS5 in February. Playing as a transfer student, you are entangled in the mystery and danger of the Dark Hour, a hidden space between one day and the next. You'll fight for your friends in an experience featuring fresh new graphics, quality of life improvements, new scenes, interactions, voiceovers, and more in this faithfully remade classic. Get tactical and kill some big bugs in Helldivers 2. This ambitious sequel ditches the top-down perspective, instead opting for a far more visceral and immersive third-person perspective where teams of 4 will land on various planets to take on hordes of creepy crawlies. This is tactical co-op at its very best, with various weapons and playstyles available to complete your missions, and completing said missions will reward you with ship upgrades and new weapons and armor to experiment with. From Focus Entertainment, Banisher's Ghost of New Eden is a quietly interesting looking game where a couple of spirit hunters are tasked with lifting a curse from a world consumed by darkness. It's set in 1695, you'll be unravelling all sorts of chilling mysteries, exploring diverse landscapes, and you'll be doing all of that as either Red, a former mercenary, or his former lover Antia, a spirit hunter killed in action and now wandering New Eden as a ghost. Your decisions across its campaign matter in this tale of love, loss and despair. God damn, this game has been in development for so long, but it seems like the sales are finally on the horizon for Skull and Bones. This expansive ship combat game, which is essentially an offshoot of the ship combat in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, just a full decade later, sees you take to the high seas, captaining your very own ship. You're on the hunt for treasure and hope to create a name for yourself as you improve your very own pirate, your crew, and your ship, eventually carving out a reputation in this online open seas experience. Next up, we have one that I'm actually very excited for. Pacific Drive is a weird sci-fi driving game where you will venture off into the Pacific Northwest forests in your very own station wagon. But there are plenty of dangers out in the wilds, and it's up to you to uncover the secrets of this strange phenomenon that seems to have transformed the environment. But the core of the game is repairing and upgrading your station wagon so it can brave the storm. Meet up with Cloud and the gang once more in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is a sort of sequel, but also a standalone tale in this remake trilogy which is expanding and entirely reshaping the infamous storyline from the 1997 classic. So yeah, it's very complicated in a very Final Fantasy sort of way, but now the gang has left Midgar and they are in pursuit of Sephiroth. So that means there will be plenty of new and exciting vistas to take in, all of which will look stunning on PS5. Alone in the Dark is a faithful reimagining of the 1992 Lovecraftian survival horror where you will uncover the secrets of Derceto Manor in the Gothic American South. You can play as one of two protagonists, either Edward Carnby, played by Stranger Things star David Harbour, or Emily Harwood, played by Jodie Comer of Killing Eve fame. This isn't a retelling of the original, but it will feature characters, locations and themes from it, wrapped up in a completely new story. Fight horrific monsters, solve chin-scratching puzzles, and take in all the details of this Gothic 20s setting. Dragon's Dogma 2 is a massive single-player, story-driven action RPG set in an immersive fantasy world. You'll explore said world as an Arisen whose heart has been stolen by a dragon. This is a deeply customizable experience where you can choose the look of your Arisen, their vocation, their party, their playstyle. It's all running on RE Engine, so it looks phenomenal, and it utilizes both physical and AI technology to ensure that you can truly immerse yourself with a party so unique they'll feel like other players. Looking for your open world samurai fix? Well, say hello to Rise of the Ronin. From the team behind the Neo series, Rise of the Ronin equips you with a sword and sends you on your way across a war-torn Japan during the 19th century. As the West arrives, seeing an end to the Shogun era, you play as a Ronin who will forge their own path. And with critical choices sprinkled throughout the game, like choosing whether to assassinate key figures or not, the story will unfold in different ways. And of course, with this being from the Neo guys, you can expect a challenging yet accessible combat system. Black Myth Wukong is an impressive looking action-adventure game that brings the world of the Chinese novel Journey to the West to life with stunning finesse. You play as a monkey who will traverse the world taking on daunting foes in challenging Souls-like combat. The graphics in this one are sure to push the PS5 to its limit, and the inspiring yet disgusting enemy designs will keep you oohing and eyeing the whole way through. While Jedi Survivor played with some open levels, Star Wars Outlaws is going full-blown open world. Set between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, Outlaws sees you explore the Outer Rim as Kay-Vess, dealing with the criminal underbelly as you complete jobs for crime leaders like Jabba the Hutt. This will have three primary kinds of environments too: populated cities, open and explorable plains, and the wide expanse of space. How all of those environments are tied together is yet to be seen, but it's one to keep an eye out for in 2024. Foam Stars is a Splatoon-like multiplayer shooter where you'll play as various characters with different weapons in teams of 4. There will be 2 modes on launch, one called Smash the Star, where you're tasked with protecting your very own star player whilst defeating the enemy's version. And then there's Happy Bath Survival, where each team will have 2 players in and then out of the arena, and they're tasked with knocking each other out. It looks pretty hectic and colourful and may just be the online shooter for you this year. From Don't Nod, the team behind the original Life is Strange, comes a tale of friends reunited after 27 years, forced to confront a secret they promised never to speak of again. This looks brilliant. It's an entirely narrative-driven experience that seemingly leans into the vibe of split timelines, both in 1995 and presumably 2022. It's giving some major It vibes, and I am totally there for it, so I personally cannot wait to see more of it. From Bloober Team, the folk that crafted up games like Layers of Fear and The Medium, comes a full PS5 remake of one of the most iconic survival horror games of all time. Silent Hill 2 will launch in 2024, going by PlayStation's 2024 roundup video, and will rework the eerie creatures of protagonist James's consciousness using top-of-the-line graphics in stunning 4K, along with enhanced sounds and gameplay. Even the original composer has returned. And rounding things off with another remake is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. This is a full remake of the 2004 classic, with the same story and world now brought to life with stunning graphics, 3D audio and enhanced gameplay. We've seen slightly more gameplay of this than Silent Hill, and it really does look to bring its jungle setting to life with an impeccable attention to detail. And there we have it, 20 PS5 games that you can look forward to in 2024. Leave a comment down below letting me know the game that you are most excited for. And while you're down there, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more PlayStation video content. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, I've been Aaron, and this has been Push Square.